My name is Brian Pillman Jr., and you're watching the Rasslin Rage YouTube show. Oh!
It's going down! This is Rasslin Rage! It's going down! This is Rasslin Rage! Scream it out loud! This is Rasslin Rage! Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade! It's going down! This is Rasslin Rage! We're doing now! This is Rasslin Rage! Scream it out loud! This is Rasslin Rage! Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade!
And now it's time for Rasslin Rage with your host, Cody Fleming.
Yo, what's crack-a-lackin'? It looks like the audio is working this time. That's all. That's pretty awesome. It is episode, what you want? 180? Is this 180?
180.
Holy shnikes. 180 of Rasslin Rage. Rasslin. It's going down. It's Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man. Oh, sorry. Anyways, I'm the homeboy, by the way. I'm also the man, the boss, and the homeboy of the almighty Dread King Logan. With me is the Grump Master 3000, the real deal heel, Danny Beals, and the happiest man and the happiest of Harpers, of course, and the ice cream man, Mr. Josh Harper.
Sorry, this is me. I'm typing. Tonight we have the results from the shows that happened this weekend and even this week.
But first, after having a grand return, we would like to thank our sponsor, BCWA. Thank you for the amazing return show. Thank you for letting us be part of that amazing return show. And as always, thank you for being a sponsor of Rasslin Rage. You can find out more about BCWA at their website, gobcwa.com, or on their Facebook page, GoBCWA. Or, I mean, just stay right here, and you can always find out more about them right here on r2youtube.com.
Right? You can do that. Make sure that you ring the bell. No, not ring the bell. Click the bell. You don't ring the bell. You click the bell.
Yeah.
But when you click the bell, it goes back and forth. That's ringing the bell.
Oh, my Lord. Anyways, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. All right, because that's a good thing to do. And if you're listening on Podbean, please come on over to the letter R, 2, the number 2, YouTube.com to keep up to date with everything going on here, right here on YouTube. That's right. Or, again, you can listen to us on Podbean or anywhere that you get your podcast because, we're everywhere.
Everywhere. We may be even under your bed.
Don't say that because I don't want to be under your bed, Dan.
All right, listen, let's get on with the wrestling stuff.
All right, when we come back.
It's time to talk about Michigan independent wrestling. Tune into the channel, check your internet connection. Cody, Danny, Josh, they're the best at breaking down the matches into each and every segment. Michigan independent wrestling. Tune into the channel, check your internet connection. Cody, Danny, Josh, they're the best at breaking down the matches into each and every segment.
And we are back. Dun, dun, dun. So, October 14th, 2021, which, by the way, is a Thursday. This is why I'm unable to attend these events. However,
Maybe one day.
Insane Wrestling Revolution had at the FOP, which is the Fraternal Order of Police, in Monroe, Michigan. Right? So they had an event.
Huh?
And first up, we have Sam Beal pinning Brian Castle.
Oh, here's one that'll make the old Skyjacker happy. Oh, unhappy. Sorry, Skyjacker. I got to do this one. Kenny Urban pins Nate Brock.
Yikes.
Who?
Nate Bach.
No,
The
not
silly
Nate
goose.
Bach. The Kenny Urban.
That's the silly goose versus the hair dude. The guy, listen, we gotta get this guy. Got to get winning some extra matches. All right, this Nate Brock guy, so that way he can get his freaking haircut finished. Because what he did was, I think he went to like the hair stop or Master Cuts or someplace like that, and he put a down payment down, and he hasn't been able to finish it yet. So he's buying that haircut on time.
He went to Master Cuts, ran out of money, and their hair stopped.
There you go. Well, you notice that I picked a bunch of places that aren't in business anymore.
Right?
That was a great one, Josh.
Aaron O'Ryan and Jack Price took on and defeated the DBA and the mysterious Movado. Yeah. I don't pay attention. Alex Clucky took on and pinned Ben Boone. Good going, Clucky.
And then
Clucky's been on a streak down there, man.
Yeah.
you have Shane Douglas and the Dread King Logan teaming up and defeating Rhino with Tommy Dreamer.
Big win for the Dread King.
Uh-huh. With a little bit of help from the franchise, you know. I mean, we know it was the Dread King, you know, but the franchise was there.
Right.
And sucker free Rod Lee pinned Dr. X in a gauntlet match. So that made Insane Wrestling Revolution absolutely sucker free.
Sucker free. So in the gauntlet match in the first round, we had Trey Miguel taking on Nate Manson. Trey Miguel takes on the win to go to the next round.
Then Trey Miguel pins the Kenny Urban.
Then Trey Miguel pinned MM3.
After a long battle and a good string of victories, Trey Miguel took on Sam Beal and beat him too. Trey Miguel moves on.
And guess who? Guess who was last? Madman Fulton.
So you get to the end of this. You get to the end of this battle with some of the best in the indies right now, and you run headfirst into Madman Fulton.
However,
it reminds me though of like Mortal Kombat. You know, you got to the top, you're like, okay, cool. I beat Scorpion, Sub-Zero, I beat Shiva. Oh, now I gotta take on Goro. Cool.
well, that's what happened. However, Trey Miguel pins Madman Fulton to win the gauntlet.
It's got to be the shoes.
The shoes, it could be, you know.
I mean, he'll tell you, it's all about the shoes.
The shoes, brother.
Then Pro Wrestling All Stars Friday night. So the next night, October 15th.
Are you sure it's the next night, or was
The
it
next
the
night.
day before?
Friday night. The next night. The
That's how days
15th
work, man.
of
Check your
October.
underwear.
From the Victory Gym in Brownstown, Michigan, was Friday Night Fury, hosted by Bradley Smothers.
In the first match, Captain Tony Garrix defeated Daniel Wolf by disqualification by outside interference from Cobra Kai. I'm positive Tony did not see that as a win.
Yikes. And then in the second matchup, old school Rick Cartier defeats. Ready for it? You ready, Josh? Josh Morris. Josh Morris is here. Josh Morris is here. Josh Morris is here. Josh Morris
Look,
is
if I'm
here.
a Lions fan, I could be a Josh Morris fan. You can look awesome and not win and still get cheers from me.
I'm kind of upset that we couldn't make it to see Josh Morris.
He was there though.
You know what? If I didn't have to work so damn much, that would be a good time.
Huh?
Right?
Match number 3. Detroit Punk, 30 White Boy Chuck Stein, and Sadistic Sean Lawhorn, and the Spider defeated Kyler Coleman, Kyler, Ryan Sin, and KJ Reynolds in a trios title tournament qualifying match. That was a lot to say.
Did you see the picture that got revealed of the trios titles
Yes.
belt though?
Yes.
Yes, I did. See, senor. See.
Those are looking sharp.
Yeah, they are. You know what? Speaking of Kyler Coleman, I am currently in negotiations with his representatives to have
How much
him,
is he paying us?
to have him on for an interview sometime this week. Hopefully this week, but I don't know. We'll have to see.
I'm busy that day.
Can I come play when he comes on?
I don't know.
I promise not. I mean, I promise to behave.
We'll see.
I lie.
Yeah. Pro Wrestling All-Stars Cruiser Corps champion, the mysterious Movado, took on the tag team champion Top Gun of Cobra Kai in a champion versus champion special challenge match, with the man from Planet Detroit coming out on top.
Then we had intermission.
Yes, then intermission.
So now we got a intermission. Okay, so now intermission is done. We come back. We have the grapple vices of Jason and Wes Rogers defeating top tier Tanner Nix, along with Solo, escorted by the Guru. Now, Solo's a good guy. Why is he even with that guy?
The Guru's a good guy.
All right, you remember you were talking
But Tanner
about
Nix, though.
right? You know we have Boo Yay. You said why isn't it Yay Boo? Because that's these two guys.
That's Yebu.
This is Yay Boo. Tanner Nix and Solo are Yay Boo.
It works. I prove it.
There's something wrong with you guys.
Match number 6. The Soul Taker defeated Dante. I'll say it as Cody does. Kiss on. With Frederick Stubbs.
Frederick
The
Stubbs.
scum of the swamp, Brutus Atwell with the Guru, took on and defeated Timmy Danger. Good night for the Guru.
Well, so it's the scourge of the. I thought it was a scourge of the swamp.
It is the Scourge of the Swamp.
He's different everywhere he goes, I guess, man.
He is from the swamp.
We know this because he was in the swamp when I did the interview with him last week. So yeah, there's another one. Check that out right here on the Rasslin Rage YouTube channel, as well as on Podbean. The Scourge of the Swamp, Brutus Atwell.
Listen, there ain't something right about that dude.
Right, definitely. He likes.
You don't want to mess with it.
No. So in the main event, High Daddy Longlegs Atlas Hightower defeats Pro Wrestling All-Stars heavyweight champion, the Karate Bad Boy, LJ Lawrence, to become the new and two-time Pro Wrestling All-Stars heavyweight champion of the world. And he cheated. He had to have cheated.
I'm sure.
He had to cheat. What do you say, Josh? Because you know that Atlas is your favorite wrestler. So I need to know.
He cheated. No question about it.
Okay. All right. So it's sold. Hightower cheated.
Pro Wrestling All-Stars returns to the Victory Gym November 19th.
Then on Saturday, October 16th, from the Fledge in Lansing, Michigan, Capital Pro Wrestling had a wrestling show. In the first show, we had the Rocket Man Danny Astro defeating the Colonel of Clapping Cheeks, LaDon Sanders.
Oh, man. Next up, Caleb Stills and El Ridiculoso defeats The Purge, Kevin Calloway, and Sean Tyler.
CJ Ogden defeated Ryan Sins.
War Inc.'s The Black Sheep Justin Dream and the War Boy Dre Jacobs went to a draw against the Nomads Ace Evans and Road Rash via a double countout.
What? A draw. See, these people know. They're like, hey, Cody's going to be pissed. So we'll just do
we don't
this.
have War Inc. going on to war with another faction. The ring can't contain them.
But a draw?
No bars.
But it's a double count out.
What kind of bullshit is
I mean,
that?
they're probably fighting out in the crowd. Punch somebody's old grandmother.
Put him in a cage.
Hey, now you're talking.
Put him in a cage. No DQs, no countouts. Let him go to war, and let's see who comes out on top.
Well, and you know what? I don't think either one of these teams would have a problem with that. That's the part.
They've
Right
waited
there.
this long. They waited this long. We're talking years in the making, right? Years in the making, these two factions to come to face each other, tag teams, whatever you want to say, because in the reality of it all, yes, there are tag teams, but they're also a faction.
GP says, please
You know?
make
So-
that happen.
Here we are. They finally make it happen. Capital Pro Wrestling, and nothing against Capital Pro Wrestling. I know it's not their fault. The officiant, the official, whatever you want, it's probably their fault. It's always the guy with the zebra on. Okay, it's always their fault.
Yep, should just let them fight.
So now we need to finish it. Okay, it's years. Okay, we've had both of these guys. All of these people have been on the show in singles and as well as factions, as well as tag teams, whatever you want to say. They've all been here. And the one thing they always say is that the Nomads and War Inc. have never went against each other. And it finally happens. And then it ends in a what?
Double count out.
Double count out. But I mean, to be fair, we're talking tag team. Like you said, they've taken each other on individually. They've taken each other on as a tag team. But you got to remember, there's approximately 19 million members of War Inc. And there's 87,000 members of Nomads. So we haven't really got War Inc. and Nomads. This is just building up, man. This is building up to a boil, and I can't wait till it spills out that pot.
You also have a War Inc. member who was a Nomad and got jumped out.
Billy Ray.
Billy Ray.
Billy Ray Daniels. And I bet he's got a lot of animosity towards,
That's what I'm saying.
a lot of animosity. I'd have a lot of animosity. Let me tell you what. And I'd be coming back with a vengeance. I'd be like the guy. I don't know what the movie is, but there's this new movie out. It's recent. It's a chick, though. She's a girl. It's Jennifer Garner, I think. And she comes back years later and murders everybody. Like that did her wrong. Or Kill Bill. There we go. There's a good one. Same essence, right? That'd be that guy.
Speaking of killing everyone, Black Sheep took out everybody in the match and the whole front row of chairs with a knife. This brings me to an important point. Look, if you think a wrestler might be coming at you, move.
Get out the way. Get out the way. Move.
Or at least catch them.
Move.
When you're
Sucker.
talking 200, 250, 300, 350 pounds of weight that's getting ready to go over a top rope, they might not stop in that 35 inches between the end and the back and you. Get up and move.
GB said Billy Ray on a bull match.
No, I don't. No, we have not gone over PPW yet. Someone in the chat asked that. No, we have not went over, but we are going to go over. Where are we at here? War Inc. Oh, so then we have Jack Burville defeating Jarvis Gray via submission. Now that's how it's done. You get a 1, 2, 3, or you get a tap out. Put these guys. All right. So again, going back to War Inc. versus Nomads. I'm sorry, I have to do it. Put them in a cage. Lock the fucking door. No weapons, no count out, no DQ, just some badass wrestling.
All right, no. First off, do you think, so you're talking full on War Inc. versus Nomads, and you think, A, a cage could contain them, B, a cage is going to stop them, and C, someone's not bringing in a weapon?
You know Road Rash is bringing a hammer.
Tell me exactly how the cage will not contain them, because if the cage has a top, all right, has it across the top, okay, no. If it has one, yes, it will contain them. If not, no, probably not. Somebody could get over the top of the cage. However,
I'm not talking over the top of the cage. I'm talking right through that dang cage. Come on, man. I know we don't watch it now, but you grew up watching WWF wrestling. How many times did you see Kane and Undertaker and all those other big guys go right out the cage if they want to go out the cage? And you're going to tell me that Sheepy flying across the ropes and hitting that cage and taking someone down with them isn't going to take down a wall? You're trying to tell me that Dre Jacobs isn't going to knock down that wall like it's no one's problem. You're trying to tell me Ace Evans isn't going to pick up BRD and smash him against the side of the wall until it comes down. Cage could not contain.
Is you going to let me talk sometime? You going to let me respond?
We can electrify it.
So let me tell you this.
Up for that.
I don't know if any of those things are going to happen, but I can tell you this. I'll pay $15 to fucking see it.
Hell
Hey,
yes, I
throw
will.
20.
All right, he'll pay 20. I'll pay 20. We'll all fucking go. We'll have a good time.
There we go.
All right.
Somebody make it happen.
Where are we at now? Grapple
Right,
Vices.
there we go. Next up was the Grapple Vices of Jason and Wes Rogers defeating Nick Zero and Dylan Derringer, the Dirty Nasty.
Uh-oh. The Dirty Nasty.
And
Yes,
then
that's
Timmy
Nick
Danger
Drew and
took on
Dylan Derringer.
Alex Steele with Timmy Danger coming out on top.
Yikes. Then we have Conrad Lutz defeating Billy Ray Daniels.
And Hot Stuff Rivera defeating Jason Blason.
Next is Josh. Busy typing.
I'm trying to engage with people in the chat.
Well,
man.
you're
That's
live.
how you gotta do it. CJ Ortega took on George Mack with CJ taking home the win. Good job, CJ.
All right. So next up, also on Saturday the 16th, was Pure Pro Wrestling from the Iceland Arena in Flint, Michigan. AIWF Continental Championship match. Gideon Malice versus Nasty Nick Zero, who is the champion. And Malice wins via DQ, which I believe means Nick Zero is still the champ.
Absolutely. Then it was Mr. One Night Only versus the War Princess. And she wins by pinfall.
What? He lost to a girl?
Hey,
Man.
now the Nomads had a full weekend. Okay, not only did they take on War Inc., but then they turned around and they took on DTA as Nomads, A7 and Road Rash versus the Death Threat Army of Aaron O'Ryan and Adam Wick. DTA wins by a pinfall on Evans. Now I wonder if that match would have been different if it wouldn't have been for the stomping that Sheepy put on him the night before.
Oh!
Seriously, saying she be won twice?
Sheepy won twice. I tell you what, don't make me have to get up and go find my zebra shirt. I'll put it on count of 3. Sheepy won twice.
Yikes. That's great. Oh, it's me. Adam Drake
It's your turn, Cody.
versus Galaxy Made, the spacious one, Rocket Man, Danny Astro. Astro wins via pinfall.
Then Lighthouse, Derek Draven versus Hard to Kill, Dylan Derringer. Derringer picks up the win.
Bum, 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 bum.
Dun, 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 dun. Michigan State Heavyweight Championship, the high-profile Dylan Knight versus the real deal Samson Real.
Oh, gimmick infringement. He's got your real deal. You're the real deal, Dan. Oh,
We had to have a battle of
No,
the realest deal.
Samson Real has been the real deal first. I'm the real deal heel. He's the real deal nice guy. I mean, so
Okay.
what this
That's why
is
he's
what's
a
happening.
champion and you're in a chair.
Oh.
Yeah.
I say you two should have to fight it out.
I say I put on the shirt and tie and I follow the man to the ring and I definitely make sure it all stays right down the middle, but I'll be standing in his corner.
Look, he just went into business for himself.
Right here.
Yup.
Right down the middle.
All right,
Damn
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Dylan Knight won to become the new Michigan State Heavyweight Champion. Danny, you're just throwing stuff on top. Not only did this man lose his championship, but now he might lose his name to you.
Well, I'm saying maybe if I was with him, he might not have lost it.
That is some interesting things there. And next up, we are going over Saginaw, Michigan's UCW, also that took place on Saturday. Bryce Sullivan defeated El Ridiculoso to win the UCW championship. After the match, Bry announced that the territory has taken over and that later in the night, he will be having an open challenge to anyone who can come take his match, to come take this title, man. Like, what? For real? And Bry is no small dude. Bry's a big guy. Remember seeing Bry versus Mongo? Remember that, Danny?
That was insane. Next up was Chris Klontz. He helped Johnny Bravo to the ring. Bravo was in a neck brace and crutches, and he announced that he was in a car accident earlier in the day and that he would not be able to compete against Rosemary. Well, I mean, hey, you can't expect a guy to have a match after a car accident. So the main event is just that first blood match that couldn't happen. Bravo announces the monster, Chris Klontz, would be his replacement that night. Bravo said he was going to give Chris a warm-up against all the students of the Dragon's Lair Pro Wrestling Academy.
Oh, wow.
And he defeated them all. He defeated Little, St. Judifer, Zach Gale, Eddie Dillon, Nikki Ratu, all of them in a gauntlet match.
Well then.
Nice warm-up.
Yeah, that's a hell of a warm-up.
Now, I'm going back to PPW for a moment. I was just informed we missed the pre-show information. That wasn't sent to us, but there was a pre-show matches for PPW of there was a battle royal, junior grapplers gauntlet, and Hannah Henderson had a match.
We didn't get that information.
We did not get that. Thank you very much for letting us know about that.
Yes,
Sal
thank
Lucano.
you.
That's exactly why we like having people in the chat. If there's information that we don't have, let us know, because we can only tell people about the stuff that we know about. So thank you very much for telling us about that. But back to UCW, Jack Price took on Nate Bach. Nate Bach lost the match, got on the mic, and complained that Jack Price cheated in order to get his win and that he was robbed. I'm sorry, but if you left a hair salon with that hairstyle, you don't understand what being robbed is.
Yeah. Next up, Roy the Working Man Williams pin Hyena Hagen. Interesting.
Then it was Rohit Raju came out and talked about the Dragon's Lair Wrestling Academy. Rohit Raju then defeated Ren Jones after a 15-minute match.
Wow. Oh, wow, man. You get to talk about this?
Look, if you think the UCW could use a bit more party to it, well, you're in luck. Shortsy came out and announced that he will be making his UCW debut at November Pain. That's on November 20th. So on November 20th, Shortsy will be at UCW. And he's going to bring the party to UCW. I would love to see him maybe face one of the party monsters. But hey, that's just me.
I still want to have the four corners of dabs, dude.
You've got to get trained. You need to go to the House of Truth and face him. And once you get fully trained, then we can have you
in a four corners of dabs. I'm trained in dabs. Trust me, I'm okay. It's not about wrestling. It's about dabs, brother. We've explained this. Not to do dabs.
Nope, gotta be.
Shut up, Josh.
Snoop Dogg had to get trained before he got in the ring. And Snoop Dogg is Snoop Dogg.
Next up, Nick Green defeated Zodiac in Zodiac's first UCW appearance.
Bryce Sullivan then came out and announced he would pick his own opponent for the UCW Ultimate Championship match. Bryce Sullivan then attacked referee Nick Moss and declared Nick his opponent.
What?
Bryce Sullivan destroyed Nick Moss in under 5 minutes to retain the UCW Championship. Boy, you know what? Bryce Sullivan, what a humanitarian. What a great man he is to give a referee a shot at a world title. Amazing man.
Man, Danny, the way you spin stuff is beautiful. Everyone tell you that?
What? But you're like, oh, it's beautiful.
We're going to have to start calling him Danny the Top Meals, the way he can spin stuff. Next up, the fellow territory members Chris Claus and John E. Bravo came out for their first blood main event. Rosemary entered the ring spewing green mist in Chris Claus's eyes, sending him into Johnny Bravo, knocking off his neck brace and crutches. The ring announcer Mark Roberts declared Commissioner Jeter has announced Bravo faking the injury. What?
I don't think Bravo would do that.
Okay.
Oh. And he made an injured man wrestle Rosemary in a first blood match. After a 15-minute match of Halloween brutality, including chairs, garbage cans, and pumpkins,
To his nuts.
Rosemary ate Bravo's face in a bloodbath to win the first blood match. So this man was in a car accident and then had someone high on bath salts assault him?
She bit his face.
She also hit him in the nuts with the pumpkin.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
She put the pumpkin in his lap and drop kicked the pumpkin into his nuts.
I think you just made the word for it. The nunkin.
The numpkin.
We still got some wrestling shows between now and Halloween. I think we're going to get a bunch of nunkins now.
And
Numpkins.
in the last event that happened, right, we were here. Well, Dan and I were there for most of it. Josh showed up a little bit later. He was then doing his engagement
Josh was
photos.
bloody when he showed up.
Yeah,
We're just going to leave it there.
Yeah,
Josh was bloody.
he was doing his engagement
DJ.
photos.
TJ was worried about him. He was so bloody when he showed up.
Right. So here we go at the Blue Collar Championship Wrestling. It was from the Copeland Center in Wyandotte. And let me just tell you, I'm going on record with this right now. And I said it earlier on Facebook, but I mean, dude, no flyers, no match announcements. Just, hey, we're having an event. Welcome back. Come on in. One and all. Tickets are $15 VIP, $10 for general admission. Here you go. And the place was fucking packed again.
They were bringing out chairs and bringing out chairs and bringing out chairs.
Yeah. They kept bringing out chairs.
Yes. In the pre-show VIP match. No. All right, get this. This is just your VIP pre-show match. It was TJ Meyer versus the Scourge of the Swamp, Brutus Atwell.
Right. In a pre-show.
In a pre-show.
Then, for the first match of the main card, there was a 20-man battle royal that ended up going down to the last three people being TJ Meyer, James Alexander, and Justin Main. The last two were Justin Main and James Alexander in a battle to find out who the new BCWA champion would be. And Justin Main walks away as the new BCWA heavyweight champion.
Well, now, hold on. The battle royal was how long, Cody?
23 minutes, roughly.
Then Main and Alexander go over the top rope together. One referee calls Main the winner. One calls Alexander the winner.
Hello, Dread King.
Hodges comes out and says, "Nah, it ain't going to end up that way." Now this becomes a one-on-one between Maine and Alexander, who wrestled another, 10 to 15 minutes
Yep.
before Maine finally pins Alexander to become the champion. This was amazing to watch. I mean,
Oh yeah. Well, it always is when it's those two.
how these
going
guys
at it.
had anything left afterward, I have no idea.
So we have a new BCWA heavyweight champion in Justin Maine because they stripped the Frogun of the title because he was unable to defend it. But I do want to point. I want to. I wanted to point out that we got the exclusive interview after the event, talking to Justin Maine about that and a few other things. So look for that coming up on the Rasslin Rage YouTube channel here very, very shortly.
You're next.
Oh yeah, we had Cash versus Nix, right? Tanner Nix. And guess what?
What?
Top tier Tanner Nix does not get the win because Ken Cash wins. And boy, Tanner Nix had some choice words to say about us, didn't he?
Yeah.
He told us about our podcast sucks. And the only reason, and he just, man, he had.
That's all right, though, because after that match, he ain't no top tier. That's like medium.
He was
Hey,
medium well. Medium well.
Gotta give him a second chance.
Uh-huh.
Medium well, Nix.
Then it was crushing steel over the reunited icebreakers of Sean Lawhorn and the Kingpin after a 10-year hiatus.
Yikes. The icebreakers.
We had Soul Taker taking on Clunk, and Soul Taker won. And even after his music came on, that didn't mean the Soul Taker was done.
Oh, because the fan wanted more. The fans wanted more.
This was when I was coming in, and from the parking lot, I heard one more time. Bam! One more time. Bam! Oh, Soul Taker's in the ring.
Yeah. We were live for that match.
Well, you know what's good about this match is, I mean, Clunk the Clown, clowns are supposed to be funny, make people laugh. When he kept getting those choke slams, I was laughing. I mean, so he did his job as a clown.
True. And then the electric one, the electric Ely, takes on one Kenny Steele. And what happens? He gets the win. That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. Electric Ely over Kenny Steele.
He was talking about today on Facebook. He was talking about in that over the top rope battle royal that not only did he hurt his knee, but we talked to him after the show and he had no voice. That's because he got punched in the throat.
Oh man!
And you know what made his throat feel better?
Happy Harper ice cream.
Yeah, he did. He bought it at the end. Then it was Studio 86.
Party time.
I would say they're arch rivals. I mean, would you guys agree?
Defending. Don't forget they were defending.
They were defending their BCWA Tag Team Championships against H3RD. And during that match, we were visited by a former member of H3RD who had nothing nice to say about those guys.
No. But he was one of those guys. He was one of those guys.
He was one.
Yeah, he was one of those guys, but now he's not one of those guys.
No.
So
I'm sure that will make it up probably sometime soon too. Also,
right, and it will be on the Rasslin Rage channel. That match will, but not because of what was going on in the ring more, but just because the guy that was talking with us, right? That was kind of both. It's kind of both.
Yeah,
the match and the guy.
In the end, it was Studio 86. They walked away with the title. Meatball got nothing except called Meatball, and Lunch Lady. That's what he got.
It's nice. So many people took COVID to get bigger. So many people took COVID to get smaller. So many people took COVID and they worked on themselves to make themselves better. And when we came back, Dr. Meatball, still Dr. Meatball. Thank you for consistency.
And Chase Burnett is really old.
Things are constantly changing.
Yeah, and Chase Burnett's really old now.
I mean,
He's very old.
Like, he aged like 40, 50 years, dude.
COVID was rough on him.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Well, not rough enough.
Chase Burnett, in the main event, we had Uncle Chase
Bullshit.
Burnett taking on the
Bullshit.
mysterious Bravado and the
Bullshit.
Dread King Logan.
Bullshit.
That's right. Setting up our time for October by Halloween.
Bullshit.
We had an old man, an alien, and a Norse king fighting each
Bullshit.
other. And at the end of the match, the old man, Uncle Chase Burnett, pinned the mysterious Movado to become the new Alliance champion.
Bullshit.
Let's go on record as saying he did not pin the champion.
Still.
I'd also like, is that a match where we were live for that, right?
Yeah.
So if you go back and watch the live, you'll notice toward the beginning, Cody said, "Hey, Chase should win it because he's the oldest, so he's got the most seniority." And then
It's not what I said.
I would count that.
I
I would
was-
count that as rooting against the Dread King.
I
Wouldn't
didn't
you,
know.
Danny?
I was rooting
Like, I
for
think-
him. And if
I
you go
think the
back
Dread
and
King
listen, I
is a
said
new
it,
boy.
we were making a joke, you dickwad.
Right.
Anyways.
I'm just saying, maybe the Dread King should have a new homeboy, someone that actually supports him. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
God. He's making his move. He's making his move.
Man.
Just throwing that out there.
Or maybe a couple homeboys.
Man, I feel like you guys are turning on me, man. Every day. One day you're talking about going on strike, calling the union. The next day you're talking about trying to turn my homeboy against me. This is some bullshit.
I tried calling the union and they hung up on me. So
Well, good. But yeah, that was some bullshit, dude. Dread King losing. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Not even
I
a
hear
little
you.
bit. Not even a little bit. Yeah. Hey, you remember when the Dread King beat Shogun for the title that one time?
wow.
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 Well,
Milking.
I just, you were giving me shit, so I got to throw some shade back at you. You know what I mean?
That was a numpkin right there.
A numpkin. A pumpkin to the bumpkin.
Josh
Anyways,
gonna cry.
look, he's mad, dude. He got real upset. He got real
I
upset.
don't like thinking about that.
He ain't mad. You made him cry.
Oh man, that was great. All right,
See,
so
that's why you're such good friends with Alex Weir, because you bully too.
who?
Bully.
You make Josh cry almost.
Whatever. So that's all the results we have, man.
Karate people.
That's shut up. That's the six. All six. We had all six. That's write that down. We almost. That's why UCW isn't on this wonderful thing here, is because we didn't have them until right before, like literally minutes before we went live. So thank you to those guys, and now we made a new contact.
Yes.
In order
Making
to get,
some big changes up there.
right, get those results now. So that's good. Hey, listen, on Tuesday, we're going to be live for MIW, right? Michigan Independent Weekly, MIW for short. Josh is going to town. But yeah, we're going to be live for that. And that's where we go over and talk about all the events coming up next weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all the events, I'm not sure how many we got. I know we do have.
I know they all shot the wad this weekend.
Right. Well, we do have a few, and one of them is XICW in Standish for the 21st anniversary, which these two are douchebags and can't go to. However, I will be there one way or the other because I missed the 20th as in the hospital because I was dying. But now I'm going to the 21st, and Sabu's going to be there. Sabu. I've never met Sabu, so.
See how the universe just kind of equals things out?
Sometimes.
I mean, Josh and I made it to the 20th, and you couldn't. Now you're making it to 21, and Josh and I can't.
It's because you guys left me.
Yep.
We did too.
Anyways.
We have our priorities in order. Right.
So we're going to go over all the events that are coming up this weekend on Tuesday at 6:30-ish. 6:30-ish, because we are, in fact, on XICW time. And if you don't know anything about that, well, there's something wrong with you. Anyway.
You should know.
Also, don't forget to scroll down in the description where you will find links to all of our social media accounts, as well as Happy Harper Ice Cream and our Podbean, which we discussed a little bit earlier. If you don't know what Podbean is, that's okay, because you can also find us on anywhere, pretty much anywhere that you listen to your podcasts, including Google, Spotify, Podbean. What's that other one?
All them places.
I love something.
iHeartRadio.
That one. What else we got, man? We're all over it. It's everywhere. We're on Amazon. Just search.
If you stick your head into a pot at the right position in your house, you can pick it up there.
Yeah, absolutely. You could. So just search Rasslin Rage, the letter R, Rasslin Rage, right there on anywhere that you can find your podcast, and you can find it. You can find us. But you can also go to Podbean, podbean.com. That's down there in the description. Click that link and listen there. Or you can just download the MP3 there if you want. You know, you don't want to subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. That's okay. Just download the MP3. That helps us as well. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, because that really helps. Our goal is 1,000. We're almost there. The last time I checked, we were at 953. Sometimes it slows down. Sometimes it goes fast. It just depends. We kind of slowed down on uploading matches, or I did, I should say. But we're getting back to it. Things are speeding back up. It's that time of the year. I'm looking to get Kyler Coleman on. Next week, we have the Justin Main interview that's looking to be uploaded, and we got a few matches that we didn't go live for that we're going to upload to the YouTube channel. So looking good. And did you get approval for your new flavor, Josh?
Oh, I got tremendous approval for the new flavor. So BCWA, Birthday Cake Wrestling Association, is the new flavor, and yeah, it's.
So they're gonna.
I got to watch TJ take the first bite of it. He didn't know I was watching. We were over to the side, and I look over, and he took the first bite, and it was just.
Did it have anything in it?
Ice cream.
No, just ice cream.
Cake.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's birthday cake ice cream with chunks of birthday cake and red frosting.
Man, some of
I
this
might
shit
have to
should
give
be
me
illegal.
some of that.
Some of this shit should be illegal. That's all I'm saying.
So good.
Yeah, right. All right. So, everybody, thank you for joining us tonight on Rasslin Rage. Rasslin Rage is live every Sunday at 7 p.m. right here on the Rasslin Rage YouTube channel, unless there's an XICW event, because that's how we roll.
Yep.
Please, if you're listening on Podbean, if you're watching, whatever you're doing, please smash the thumbs up if you haven't already. And head on over to r2youtube.com to subscribe. That's the letter R, the number 2, youtube.com. Again, thank you to everybody for joining us, and we will see you on Tuesday at 6:30 for Michigan Independent Weekly. We are out of here.
Bye.
This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade. This is Rasslin Rage.